recently I've been noticing and becoming more aware of the things that I'm about to do, or at least logging it when I am actually doing the thing that I'm like, wait a minute, why am I so engaged with this? Like, I'm losing sense of, stillness, or of presence, of awareness, by getting drawn into like stimulation, by like just observing that I'm on my phone a bit too much, rather than constantly, every 5 minutes, like checking my phone, which I don't even do now. Like, the majority of the days that go by, it's like, try and stay away from it as much as possible. But the times when I do, like in the morning, and like, when I finish work and then I'm sat in my car and I'm just, the pattern arises. It starts, because you're already used to doing that kind of thing. You're already used to unconsciously doing it, basically. And when you make the unconscious conscious, then it's like you can actually navigate how you do, how your day-to-day life goes. So it's like yesterday when I pulled up, literally in the same spot I'm in now after work, I pulled out my phone, and then, like, because I'm used to doing that again and again every time I finish work, I'm like, it unconsciously happens, and before you know it, you spend 5 to 10 minutes watching YouTube videos again. And it's like, damn, that 5 to 10 minutes, I could have literally just left my phone away, turned it off, and just cracked on with something else that's more productive than consuming. So yeah, it's like, if you can get to that point where you're able to be aware of the things that you're doing and know that you don't have to do that, like it's an unconscious pattern that is driving your actions, basically your behavior, and then hopefully before that actually happens, you become aware that it's about to happen, and then you can just say no. Like, it's like, well, it pulls you more towards a path of purpose and direction, because if you know that there's something better that you could be doing with your life and moving towards something, then it becomes one of those old patterns that no longer exist anymore, and new patterns will eventually arise and evolve to be able to help build a better life for yourself, rather than just constantly being distracted and stimulated by the screen, basically, or whatever vice you have. Like, oh, I need a spliff, and you unconsciously wrap a spliff, or eat too much, or whatever it is. Like, there's many different vices for everyone, but mine in particular is, well, I mean, I'm pretty sure there's many people out there that have problems with, although they might not see it as a problem because they're so engaged with it, that it's a phone, basically. The phones are the things that are stopping us from becoming our best version of ourselves, I'd say. Like, the most potential that we have is lost by not being able to sit with our own thoughts and be aware of our body, of our mind, of how we feel. Instead we just constantly have all this information in our faces that is overloading, like, our capacity to actually just see things clearly, because there's just so much information out there, which is kind of a good thing, and it's also a negative thing. Like, obviously, having too much information, you don't really know what's right and what's wrong for you, like, as an individual, like, because you're hearing all these different perspectives and different ways of, like, how to do this or how to do that, how to be like this, how to be like that, and before you know it, you're not being yourself. You're trying to be someone else. So yeah, it's really about awareness and being able to just observe and be self-aware of how your day-to-day life is, and your habits that you've picked up on over your lifetime, basically. to be able to really begin to navigate and control, or have some at least sense of direction to where you want to go, and whether or not you're actually disciplined enough to be able to stay away from it for a longer period of time to actually be able to implement a better life for yourself. Because, you know, I've gone a month without my iPhone before. In fact, I actually went 2 months without my iPhone after the period of time. I did it for a month, and I was like, wait a minute. I actually got rid of my iPhone. I threw it in the river, and I was like, that's it, I'm done. I'm not getting one for ages now. So 2 months went by, and I decided to come back, and, you know, before you know it, I'm back consuming all this information again. It's like back to square one. So, but that helped me be able to come to the realization that it's something that is a distraction, and it can also be used as a tool to help build my life rather than just constantly consume. And that's the most important thing. As long as you're using it to consume information that is going to help build your life, rather than overly consume so you're not building anything, then that's the win. Like, because you can still consume, but as long as you're consuming things that are going to help you not consume. But you know what I'm saying. I'll leave it at that anyway, because I'm kind of yapping on, and I should be at work. I should have got there at 6 in the morning. Not that I have to be there a specific time really, and it's now 7:30, so I'm a little bit late behind this morning on my own watch, because I've been, you know, just pondering upon my awareness and my life, and hopefully this information can help someone out there that feels the same. If so, then please let me know. I'd love to see how someone else out there is also experiencing this world. So yeah, much love, peace.